Hi everybody, it's Jen here, and today we're going to review the UNIQLO C collection from UNIQLO. Now, a couple disclaimers before we start, because this bag of clothes was not purchased by me. These are samples that were given to me by UNIQLO to make this review, and because these are samples, there might be small differences between the clothes here and the clothes you see in store. Another disclaimer is that I have worked with UNIQLO on a paid basis, but this video is not sponsored. I have never worked with them on a sponsored basis on a long form video before. I have no idea what's in here, so I'm very excited to see. So let's get into it. And of course, I'm gonna show you the fit with some try-ons. I'm gonna show you the fabric, some opinions about the fabric choice, and of course, we're gonna look at the sewing too. Okay, let's quickly see what's in here first before we get into the details. So this one looks like a shirt. It's inside out. So the samples are created before they decide on the final product, and usually they would just give these away to staff to use. They would never be destroyed, but I got to keep these. So here's the first one. It's like an orange top, orange button down top. It does seem to have a matching bottom. Let's see. I believe this is a skirt. Okay. Yeah, it's got drawstrings on the sides here. So matching top with the matching skirt. Kobe is in the bag right now. And I try to. Oh, he's knocking over my tripod. Okay. Okay, sit here, okay? Sit here, please. It's not easy being a YouTuber with heads. All right, the next one, we have a blazer. Just plain black. Seems like it's a bit oversized. Okay. Next one we have is this utility top. Ooh, this is so interesting. I think this is really cool looking. Okay, put that down. So we have 4 pieces so far, and then with that utility top, I think it's a matching pant. Ooh. Okay. Very cool. I will have to steam these before I try them on for you. Okay, next, this is a dress. Oh, okay, very cool. Black dress. We also have a trench. This is my favorite trench ever, the UNIQLO C trench. This is a new colorway they're putting out for spring. I actually already have one in a green color, but definitely one of the best value trenches on the market. Highly recommend this one, and I'll show you why in a bit. We've got, I believe, another button down similar to the orange one we saw earlier. This one is in a golden color. And then lastly, we have a knit. Also in this bright orange color. Kind of looks like a sweatshirt because of the sewing here. All right, let's get into it. Okay, let's start with this cotton crew neck. This is 100% cotton. We always want to check the ribbing on the collar to make sure it's nice and even and there's no puckering. And it does look really nice. This design kind of reminds me of a sweatshirt, so nothing to be mad about. It's just pretty casual looking that way. Also want to check the sleeves to make sure they're nice and even, and these are looking great. I have so much cat hair on there already. Same on the other side, looking pretty good. And as well on the bottom, I really hate it when the bottom scrunches, and this is nice and flat, laying nice and flat like that, so that's really nice. Everything about it looks quite nice to me. I have no complaints about this one. I think it's gonna be really breathable, really casual, really nice for the spring and summer. Moving on to these button downs. So these are 100% poly. And usually poly should be a bit wrinkle resistant, but you can see this one is not particularly wrinkle resistant. But this will come out with a nice steam. This fabric is a little bit noisy for me, but it does kind of give you that streetwear feel. The bonus side of poly is that it would be sweat wicking. Now for this, always want to check the bottom. Make sure that the sewing is nice and even, and we can see it is. A little bit of puckering there, but that is nothing to be worried about. Stitches are small, equal distance from the edge. No skip stitches, looking really good. The collar, nice and symmetrical. Sewing along here, really nice and even too. Inside the collar looks pretty neat. So looking really good. Front plackets. Nice tiny little buttons. Matched to the color of the fabric. It's really nice construction. And then lastly, we want to check the sleeve here. See again, that nice even stitching is exactly what we're looking for. Same button on the front as on the cuff here. The cuff is pretty narrow. The rounded edge is actually really difficult to do. And you can see both of them look really nice together. No messy stitching. Usually there will be bundles of stitches here. Couple of pleats here. It's a nice flowy top. Fabric feels durable. Inside is actually a French seam. That's really nice actually, nice touch. Aside from the noisiness, I think this is a well-crafted shirt. Looking at the matching skirt. So this one has drawstrings that are functional on both sides. So you can get creative with that. Do bows, or do a belt style, bow in the center. With all UNIQLO skirts, I find they always add pockets, which is really nice, and this one is really deep. It goes up to like right here on my arms, like this much. I think the elastic is a nice width for the garment. The concealed pocket, really nice. You can't really see it. Can't see the opening at all. And then it's got the slit. So it's got the stitches there to prevent this from unraveling. Down here, nice, neat stitches, small, tiny, equal distance. They iron this down. Same noisy fabric. I am not personally a fan of this fabric, but with these bright color garments, it is easier to choose poly because poly takes up dye easier. On the inside, serger finish, seams pressed flat. This fabric almost reminds me of a rain jacket or something. And there you have it. That's the skirt. Well constructed again. This is the same top in a different color. Again, we see the collars nice and symmetrical, nice sharp corners. Yeah, these are done really well, especially considering the price point. And a lot of these items are actually on sale right now. Nice rounded corners on the cuffs here, same small even stitching. Honestly, no complaints about the construction at all. I would say I would prefer a cotton, but they do so many great cotton button downs already, especially with the J.W. Anderson collection. Yeah, this is looking really good. Okay, let's move on. Now the UNIQLO C trench. I'll show you why this is such a great one. Okay, first of all, let's look at the sewing. Kobe wants to get in there. Okay, I will try to do this while he's there. Okay, see the sewing on the shoulder here. This is detachable and functional. Do we see all the straight even sewing here? The buttonhole is nice and neat. There's no random strings. Nice clean cut there, right, Kobe? This button is also reinforced, which they didn't really have to, but it is, so really nice touch. All the stitching is equal distance from the edge, just like on the collar here. Nice clean edge, sharp corner, reinforced stitching along the collar here to keep that collar nice and propped. Same clean corner on the other side. This is a nice thick cotton twill shell fabric. On the inside, this lining is poly. I would prefer this to be a tencel, so the whole thing is biodegradable, but for this price point, you really can't complain. And this poly is nice and thick and durable. It's a good fabric for the lining. These other buttonholes here, also nice and clean. I believe this trench goes for $250, and truly you cannot beat this kind of quality at this price point. Another reinforced button here. Another reinforced button there. All nicely reinforced. And when I say reinforced, I just mean there's extra thread wrapped around the base, and that prevents the button from falling off. And you really need to make sure these buttons are reinforced, especially in outerwear and jackets like this. This pocket, beautiful. Absolutely no complaints. No extra bumpy thread, reinforced thread on this diagonal here. Otherwise, even stitching, no skip stitches. Again, nice deep pocket down here. Nice clean edge. Yeah, it's looking great. This is actually sewed together as well. You can see where they attach the lining. There is some give so that the lining can move as you put on the jacket. Okay. It's beautiful. On the back here, now they could have just left this open, but they added an extra piece of fabric so that in the back, as it opens, you wouldn't see your clothes underneath. Gives you that extra protection. There's also this button here where you can undo, and then that'll give you more space, a bit more flowy, or you can that's my cat feeder. That button to make it a bit more clean looking. This also looks really nice. It's common for this to be a bit messy when brands are trying to cut corners. Now the belt we also want to take a look at. Yeah, nice straight stitching, but equal distance belt holes. Don't mind the cat hair. This is a nice clean edge, nice and sharp on both sides. This hardware looks pretty nice. It's a plastic piece. I always test the belt to make sure it's not easily scrunched. I think a scrunched belt is like the easiest way to make a garment look cheap. On the inside of this belt, there's this button fixture that attaches the belt to the belt loop so that you don't lose the belt. Really nice touch. They did not have to add that whatsoever, but there it is. And there you have it. That is why this trench is such great value. Beautifully constructed. No issues about the sewing at all. And we saw a lot of hidden details that they did not need to add to make this truly a spectacular piece for the price. Okay, moving on to the blazer. This is gonna be your really light summer jacket. So we're comparing the lapels to see if they're symmetrical and even size, and they are. Now let's open it up and look at the inside. So it's got the double-breasted 2-button closure. Let's check to see if the buttons are reinforced, and they are really nicely too. Okay, buttonholes look nice and neat. No extra strings. On the inside, we see a partial lining right there, and then it extends to the sides. The back here is completely unlined. It's gonna make it really nice and really lightweight. This is really nice. It's like a concealed serge hem. Right here, reinforced. Bias tape along this seam here. Nice finish. Kobe is always trying to get my business. He was just sitting over there, and now he's coming here. Okay, alrighty. Okay. Some more bias tape on the hem here. Really nice finish. Small even stitches. Nice and straight. Oh, geez, he just bumped into my camera and head-butted it. Okay, he is all up in my space right now, you guys. Okay, reinforced armhole. See that? Ow! These claws went right through my jeans. Okay, you're gonna have to sit somewhere else, buddy. Okay. Anyway, this chest pocket, nice and neat. Single welt pocket on the front. Nice and straight here. That's called the welt, this piece here. Single welt with a flap pocket. Nice rounded edges. Pretty deep pocket. Just my whole hand there. The pocket bag on the other side. This does come with a opening in the back. So this is you're gonna have to undo this, and then that's gonna give you more movement in the jacket and less scrunches. On the cuff, we see 4 buttons here. Let's see if they are usable. They are not. That's too bad. So you would not be able to uncuff this or roll it up. You would just have to roll it up like this. There's some bias tape here though. That looks really nice. Some invisible stitches to hold it together, so the stitches are not visible on the other side. This is done by hand. Really nice work. So this jacket is 100% poly. For the intention of the jacket, I think poly does make sense. Cotton or linen will also give you a nice breezy summer jacket, but it's going to give you a different texture and different hand feel. So this is meant to look a little bit more formal, a little less casual. Bag, nice and straight. It's a losing battle with cat hair in this house. This is going to be nice if you want to wear it outside in this hot summer weather, for the office, just like a light cover up. It comes in 2 other colors too, I believe. Next we have this dress. This is a very sporty dress, and I'll show you why in a second. So first of all, this shell fabric is nylon. So it's going to be stain resistant, water repellent. This bit here, it's like a scrunch look, doesn't have much stretch to it. They do have a zipper in the back, extends that far, about I want to say 5 inches or so. Help you put it on easier. The inside is lined with mesh, so it's a very sporty feel. It's supposed to be sweat wicking. Mesh extends all the way in as the liner. This mesh is polyester. This has ties on the side that are functional on both sides, so you can cinch it into your waist. And of course, it wouldn't be a UNIQLO piece without pockets. There's that concealed pocket, pretty deep, fits my whole hand there. Lining extends all the way to the bottom, as you can see. This kind of reminds me of those jerseys we used to wear in school when we used to like play soccer games or something. Stitchy on the bottom, nice, straight, even, beautiful. Same thing on the lining. Nice. This is going to be the dress that you throw on. Maybe you have little kids. There's going to be stains around you. You want to just run errands around the city. Yeah, really practical, and something, of course, that's machine washable. This little crop piece is actually 100% cotton. It's a really boxy, shorter shirt with a really small collar. The front placket is hidden, so you can see the buttonholes on the other side. And this is going to give you that really clean look on the front. Nice clean corners, good stitching, small, even, and neat. This actually has zip ties, or what are these ties called? I don't recall the name, but the ties they have on the inside on both sides, that gives you that scrunch look on the bottom if you want, or you can leave it boxy. It's also got this added flap on the armhole to give you more coverage. You see here they line it up nice and even. Let's check the other side. Yep, looks really nice. I think this shirt is really simple by design, but I think it's really cute. And of course, nice breathable cotton fabric for summer. And then it's got the matching pant. This is called their balloon pant, I believe. This is 100% cotton. No, I believe this is 70% cotton and 30% nylon. We can see here the sewing is really nice. Really even. Nothing looks messy. Nice deep pocket. The silhouette of this is going to be cinched at the waist and then ballooned at the legs. You can see these legs are quite wide, and then they've got this seam here to narrow it at the bottom. This is the leg opening. Again, beautiful construction. Now looking on the back here, there are these buttons to make the waist even more cinched if you want to. Nice touch. Makes it a bit adjustable in case your weight fluctuates. On the back pocket, I always like to check they're symmetrical and even, and these are. Look at that. Yeah, nice. Really clean, crisp edges. And these buttons are also reinforced. Which they didn't have to do for pant pockets, but they did. These two. Okay, it's time to do some try-ons. This first beige set, I love the silhouette of these pants. I think they're so cool, and the fabric of the top and the bottom both feel very comfortable. The next black set, the dress is not as flattering as I thought it was gonna be. It's definitely not my style, but with the blazer on top, I think I could definitely wear this to the office. This bronze trench coat and this gold color shirt I thought would not be flattering on me. I was definitely skeptical, but I think it looks really great. It's making my complexion look brighter and a bit more cool tone, which is what I like. This orange set, I did not like the fabric when I touched it, but when I put it on, I actually loved how flowy it was. I loved the movement. It felt very comfortable and breezy, and the slit on the skirt is not too high. It's about knee length, and I just think the set is so good for summer. Okay, some concluding thoughts now that we tried everything on and we looked at all the sewing. I think the colors of this collection are really fun. The sewing, of course, is top tier. I couldn't find any issues with it. Some of the fabric choices are not my favorite, like this really noisy one, but that's personal preference, and this could work really well if you like a more utility sporty feel. And of course, the price point, you can't beat the quality at the price point. Let me know what you guys think about this collection in the comments, and if you like this video, let me know which brand I should review next, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!